Haman Kamariki, KTN.
Elsewhere, a pistol legally registered to a Court of Appeal judge is now at the center of a major criminal investigation after it was recovered from a suspected armed robber. Judge Aggrey Muchelule now finds himself at the center of the probe after confessing that the firearm in question was registered under his name but whose license had expired and had disappeared without his knowledge. The incident is now raising critical questions about how civilian firearms are stored, monitored and accounted for in Kenya. KTN security reporter Francis Ontomwa now details the growing pressure on the judge to resign and allow investigations to proceed.
This daring night robbery at the Chaiwali restaurant in Westlands on the 4th of July caused panic in the city. Investigators have uncovered that a Beretta pistol was recovered from a suspect whose possession of the weapon now links the gun to one registered in the name of Court of Appeal Judge Aggrey Muchelule. Vincent Ochieng, the suspected armed robber who was found with a pistol, was gunned down in Joska at a residential house situated along the Nairobi-Kangundo Road. Judge Muchelule now claims he did not know his gun was missing until investigators reached out, something that some legal minds like Nelson Harvey are finding hard to understand.
A licensed firearm holder has several responsibilities. You must secure the firearm in two ways only. It must be on your body or in a safe.
In his own statement, Muchelule has confessed that his license expired on 1st October 2025 and that he forgot to complete the renewal process, essentially confessing that he was holding a firearm illegally.
What ideally should happen, and it's in the books, the officer commanding station within that jurisdiction is supposed to carry out periodic checks on licensed firearm holders, either by visiting them at their premises to confirm the safety of the firearm, or calling them and asking them to present themselves with the firearm at the police station.
In Kenya, the licensing of civilian firearms is governed by the Firearms Act, Cap 114, and administered by the Firearms Licensing Board, FLB. Before the issuance of a firearm certificate, one must satisfy requirements that include being a person of sound mind, providing a good reason for wanting to own a firearm, proving that they can possess a firearm without endangering public safety, and can keep the firearm securely.
This is misconduct of such an aggravated nature that in a functional constitutional democracy, two things will have happened here. One, Aggrey Muchelule ought to have resigned. And two, Aggrey Muchelule ought to have been arrested forthwith.
The licensing board has powers to issue, renew, suspend or even revoke firearm licenses. Periodically, they can assess the suitability and proficiency of firearm holders, and they also maintain a centralized database of civilian firearms. Failure to safely store a firearm is an offense in itself, punishable by imprisonment of up to 1 year or a fine or both.
How a licensed gun ended up in the hands of criminals is a question that investigators will be tasked to uncover. But this now raises serious critical questions on the integrity of the administration of firearms in the country that now appear to be wanting. Francis Ontomwa, KTN, Nairobi.
Thanks, Ontomwa.